Saint Lucia could soon feel the ripple effects of rising global oil prices as tensions between the United States and Iran disrupt international energy markets and drive up the cost of petroleum products worldwide. As of March 9, 2026, global oil prices have spiked above $100 per barrel. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierce says government officials are already examining possible scenarios to determine how the increases could affect local fuel prices and the wider economy. The Prime Minister explained that one option under review involves adjusting the government's revenue on gasoline in order to help limit the impact on customers.
The mission is working on what will happen if we can make $0 on petrol. So that means that you may remember that the government it was 150, the last government put another 150, the last government, not us. Again, something that people forget. Forget it. When in 2016 it was 150, the government before put another 150. Right? Now, so what we're working on is what is the effect on revenue if you can make $0 on the price of gas.
In other words, the Prime Minister says the government is examining the possibility of reducing or even eliminating the revenue it earns from gasoline if global oil prices continue to rise. By considering a scenario where the government makes $0 on petrol, officials must first assess how removing the margin could help keep fuel prices lower for consumers, while also evaluating the potential loss of government revenue that would normally go toward public spending. Pierre noted that while the government currently maintains a subsidy on liquefied petroleum gas commonly used by households, fuel prices themselves are not directly subsidized. He warned, however, that rising oil prices often trigger a wider chain reaction across economies, affecting transportation, food distribution, and the general cost of living.
We have to reprioritize. I don't want to say now, but we have to reprioritize. But I can assure the people of Saint Lucia that the government will always put them at the forefront. So even though we have to do something with capital to assist the people, we will do it. So if I have a choice, I want to make it clear, if I have a choice to fix a road and subsidize food for people, I will subsidize food. That's the government's position. If I have a choice to commission St. Jude Hospital and build a building, I will. And that is why we have new arrangements, public-private partnerships, agreements, like what you're doing at the House of Justice. That's why you have to have new arrangements. That's why we had a public-private PPP arrangement for the airport that was stopped by the last government. So the burden of debt would be a little less on us. But as I say to you, if we have to readjust, but we will always put the people of the country first.
Pierre says the government is continuing to assess its options, including possible adjustments to spending priorities, to ensure that any economic fallout from the global oil situation does not place an undue burden on Saint Lucian families. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.